Welcome back. Welcome back. Can't stop myself from doing that every time I go live. So I usually go live on Sundays, but I was on vacation this week, and you could probably tell by my tan. Every time I go live. Oh, that was creepy. So I usually go live on Sundays, but I was on... It started playing me. My computer started playing me. That's hilarious. Hey, what's up, Veronica? Hey, Soulite. Hey, Summer Air. Yeah, I don't usually go live this time, so I was getting ready to say. But I was on vacation this weekend, a much needed vacation. I got me a little sun and hung out at the beach. It was so fun. But I'm back. I'm back, y'all. And so I don't have a whole lot of time today. I'm not gonna chat like I usually do, but I am gonna pull a card for each zodiac sign. With that said, I have already done 4 of the October readings for the zodiac signs. So Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, and Cancer. Yours will be up today. The rest of the October readings will come out slowly over the next week, within the week. That's how I usually do it, a couple each day during the week. So yeah, check those out when they go up and let me know if you like it. And I'm not gonna wait for the room to fill up or anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and start because, like I said, these are gonna be abbreviated readings. Not gonna go as in depth as I usually do. Hey, Carmen. That's okay. 15 minutes is all good with me. Thank you, Carmen. Appreciate you. So yeah, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I usually go live on Saturday or Sunday, but I needed a break. And so I'm not going to go as in depth as I usually do, but I am still going to do, I'm going to try and stick to just the overall energy for each zodiac sign and run Aries through Pisces. But we all know I always say I'm going to be really quick and then I don't do it. We'll see. All right, if you're new to me, welcome. I have a lot of new folks. I don't know if that's how I wanted to say. I got a lot of new people following, and that's awesome. The page continues to grow. Thank you. Hey, check out my merchandise. So we created hoodies for all 12 zodiac signs. And so for each zodiac sign, if you purchase the hoodie, it'll have your respective tarot card on the back. So like for Aquarius, if you get an Aquarius hoodie, it's the star card. If you get like the Scorpio hoodie, it is the death card, etc. So like check those out. They're really neat. They come in all different types of colors. Like it'll show you a color when you look at the picture, but youth to extra, extra large. Okay, so check those out. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Aries. Woo. Aries. I hope you guys are having a good start to your week. Give me a like if you're in the room, okay? And let's see, Aries. Okay, Aries, the 3 of Swords talks about heartache. I just did your reading, Aries, for the month of October, and I don't want to give it away because I want you to watch it when I post it later today. But there was a very distinct message in that reading, Aries, about kind of going back and forth between like kind of being like a little bit cold and detached, maybe even a little bit cutting with your words. And then there was a shift that happens in October where you go into a more emotional period. And I felt like the energy, Aries, was kind of like a boat, you know, like back, forth. And that a lot of it stemmed from getting over past hurt, past heartache, things like that. some type of resurfacing of that I don't think that you're going to see coming. And so I felt that more towards the end of October. Check out that reading when it comes out today. But I can already see like the initiation phase beginning. Do you know what I'm saying? So with Mercury here as the supporting energy, this is all about words and how we communicate things. And like literally the worst time I feel to communicate sometimes is when we're hurting, because sometimes then we say things that we don't mean. You know, we might just lash out when it's maybe not even like towards the person that you're angry with, like towards someone else. And so like there's a caution here right off of the bat, Aries, of doing that this week. And like watch that, okay? It is talking about also like awareness and perception and I guess like I keep wanting to say like don't let curiosity kill the cat this week. Okay, so there might be yeah, I don't know how else to put that message. Like if you dig too far into something, you may not like what you find type of energy. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. But I feel like Mercury also represents communication. And so either you might do or say something that hurts someone this week, or they might do that towards you. You know, remember, it's generally a two-way street. So if somebody is saying something or doing something that's hurt you, Aries, be careful not to take that hurt and then place it on someone else. You know, like that's how the vicious cycles of hate and anger are perpetuated throughout life. It's like if I'm hurt, okay, you hurt me, I hurt you back. Okay, now you're hurt, so you hurt me back. Or okay, that person hurt me, and so now I hurt you. Now you're hurt. Now you go hurt this person. Now that person's hurt. Now they go hurt this person. Do you see what I'm saying? I talked about this in one of my videos recently. Like, do not get caught up in that vicious cycle this week, because it's going to be really, really, really easy to go there with it. And you worked too hard to go that direction with it. So the message is to not get sucked into that. You know what I'm saying? Aries. Yeah, a card just flew. Hold on. Yeah, the World card. What goes around comes around this week. And you'll feel an immediate slap too. And I don't mean that like in a negative way. I'm just saying like that cycle. Don't get caught in that cycle, because it's going to come right back around and spank your little tushy. I mean, not literally spank your tushy, but you know what I'm saying. It's all connected. So, all right. On a more positive note, okay, your whole week is not going to be about that. It's just an emphasis this week. On a more positive note, you're closing out chapters. And I guess that's the question I think that life is going to ask you this week, Aquarius. Woo! Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarius. That's some of you might be dealing with Aries. It's like, do you want to continue the cycle, or you want to end the cycle? That's the question to ask yourself this week. I do feel like yeah, see the situation through a clear lens, okay? Some of you also might be getting communication this week that helps you to close that chapter and move forward. That gives you a new awareness or perception, and I like that as well. My table is like literally falling apart as we speak. Hold on. So, I'm sorry, but like, do you guys see my table falling apart as I'm talking? Aw, thank you. Love you too. Thanks for coming. So Aries, yeah, that's what I have for you. Got that situated. That's what I have for you. There's a lot of air energy here, so I literally said Aquarius. I did not mean to say Aquarius. Some of you it's regarding an Aquarius. Others of you could be Libra, Gemini. You could have that in your chart. I also see a lot of blue here, so it could be water sign involvement as well. So watch out. These are going to be quick, okay? So now I'm going to go to Taurus. I have a song in my head. It's Bone Thugs and Harmony. How many remember Bone Thugs and Harmony? And if you don't, we can't be friends anymore. I'm just kidding. The song is Wake Up. No, the title of the song is The First of the Month. But the lyric that keeps coming into mind for you, Aries, is wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up, cause your checks have come on. That's old school. Quite literally, right? Like tomorrow marks the first of the month. Time to wake up. You know, get your butt and go on, right? And yes, I know what the true meaning of that song is, but that's not what I'm referencing. I'm referencing the reason why it popped into my head. So, yeah, that's Aries. Hey, oh, Stacy in the chat, got too much time on her hands, go shove it up your butt. And I mean that with love. Namaste. All right, so Taurus. Wow. Wow. Taurus, if you got hate in your heart, let it out. Actually, go find a different channel. All right. Sorry, I don't have any patience for that today. Taurus. Moving on. You'd think I have Aries in my chart based on how I react sometimes, right? I think that's my Gemini rising there. Here, and it's the 11th house. And the 11th house came out in the reading that I just did for you. And it'll be up later today. So go check that out. Go check that out, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? The 11th house also represents the 11th zodiac sign of Aquarius. So some of you might have Aquarius in your chart. I do not want all those cards. Some of you, that's just kind of the energy that's here. So it's also about friendships, groups, creativity. Your reading was about, and again, check it out when it comes up today. Your October energy was about like being stern, but like also being fair. Okay, because I felt like you had somebody in your midst, Taurus, that they were like a little too like codependent energy towards you, and it was like kind of needing to draw the line in the sand with this person. And so I felt that energy for October, and I feel it again here. And then the Emperor showed up in your reading as well in the October energy. And so interesting that the King of Wands is here. Okay. So, and then the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like during this week, Taurus, you have a lot of opportunities being presented, but you also have a lot on your plate, you know, so you might be trying to do too many things at once, you know, and putting your energy into too many places. It's like a very action-oriented, creative vibe, but at the same time, it's like hard to take action when you're juggling. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you are holding on or juggling too many things at once, and then you try and take action, you're going to drop the ball at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like this week you're kind of like right on the edge of maybe dropping the ball. And the message here is that in order to, like, I guess, circumvent that energy is to take your time this week. Don't get like too fired up that you push forward without without all of the information or without thinking it through. I think the good news is you have a lot of people, or at least one person in particular, that has a common goal with you that could maybe take one of those responsibilities that you have. Like, maybe you don't have to do it all yourself. Like, it's okay to delegate. I'm getting a lot of work vibes, but this could be in love or family as well. Like, it's okay to do that and still maintain your poise and that leadership energy here that I feel for you, Taurus. Yeah, as I say that, the Strength card. Like, that's being strong enough to take on whatever this week brings and keeping your confidence about you. It's like they may see you falter, but they won't see you fail. You know, bet not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's yeah, like you may very well drop the ball this week, but at the same time you'll pick it back up and run. You know, like it won't take but just a moment before you regain that balance and push forward, because you're in an action-oriented energy, Leo energy out now, like I said. And then the Moon card. This week, Taurus, there is no way in HE double hockey sticks that you're going to let them know that they got to you. Ain't going to happen. If you're dealing with a Taurus and you want them to tell you or be vulnerable in that aspect, is not going to happen this week, because Taurus, you're more in this energy of like, I got this, I got you, you know, or I got your number. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you don't want, you will not show that during this time period. You know, do I think that you have some insecurities going on an emotional level? Yeah, to some degree or another, but you're overcoming that this week, okay, and being stronger because of it. So I like that. Could be dealing with Leo, Pisces, Aries, Sag, Aquarius this week. Small possibility of Earth. Okay. Gemini. I'm gonna fly through these today. 130 in here. All right. Give me a like. Oh, Gemini. Gemini, your October reading is done as well. Will be up today. I don't honestly remember what you have here. The Sun card, the card of being, the card of self-awareness. It is a masculine type of energy, so you may be embodying a very more masculine type of vibe, whether you're male or female this week. It also does represent the sun sign of Leo. Some of you might have Leo in your chart or dealing with one. Others of you, this is just the energy around you. It's an energy of wanting to be self-sufficient, Gemini, and maybe also seeking solitude at times. So it's like, it's kind of like this back and forth between wanting to keep to yourself and then wanting to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? But like not in like a childish ego way, like in a way that you've really well thought out how you want to speak. And I'm losing my voice as I say that. Like, I feel that sometimes Geminis get a bad rap for being impulsive, like over communicating, you know what I'm saying? And I felt in your monthly reading, and I feel it again here, that I feel like this week you're going to kind of pull back on that. And I think that you will, it's not that you won't be communicative, but you're going to be more thoughtful with your words this week, or the guidance is to do that if you're not already. I feel like you are, though. It's all about honoring yourself, okay? And sometimes we disempower ourselves when we tell people all of our business, like literally. Or like we disempower ourselves when we trip over our own words, or we don't, think through things. And I feel that you're taking that power back by exercising that right of filtering, but keeping it positive. You know what I'm saying? The sun is all about positivity, warmth, happiness, your heart chakra too. That might be important this week. And then as I say that, the Queen of Cups is here. That more emotional side, that more empathetic, that softer side, Gemini. Being a little bit more self-aware, okay, will go a long way this week. And then the Magician. So this was in your October reading as well. I like that I'm getting repeating cards here. So this is manifestation. So I feel that if you are putting yourself in kind of a more emotionally balanced state, really feeling humble for where you're at and how far you've come, then you're going to be able to manifest this week. And so I feel that also if you have been waiting to start a new job, a new craft, a new hobby, and maybe you didn't feel you had all the information necessary to move forward on a week, to go ahead and start putting things together and launching. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the energy is supportive right now for you to push forward with that. And I feel like emotionally you're in a good place to manifest, because the last thing you want to do, Gemini, is manifest when you are emotionally scattered. Because what are you gonna end up manifesting? You're gonna manifest things you don't want. You're gonna manifest more scattered energy, So if you're gonna place yourself into a place where it's time to take action, move things forward, first make sure emotionally you are balanced in that decision making. And I feel right now that energy is very nice, very supportive this week, like that. So I do want to get one more card out. Yeah, Nine of Cups. That's emotional satisfaction here. So I like this, Gemini. I feel like you're feeling yourself like in a good way. Like, I cannot describe like what I'm feeling right now, but it's a bit like Sound of Music. Like the vision that I have in my brain right now. It's like like that. I mean, that's kind of what I feel. Like, that's you, Gemini, male or female. Although if you're a male, masculine, that might look a little weird. But you know what I'm saying? Like, internally, you might be feeling like that. Like, I got this type of vibe, right? It's an emotional satisfaction that is here. So what was the caution then? So let's go back to that. Sometimes when we're feeling good, we can become a little bit on the negative end, which can be a little bit egotistical or, somewhat childish. And I feel like that's what to avoid this week. Or you may need to avoid a person like that this week. Most definitely if you're dealing with a Leo or a water sign. That's manipulative. This is a side note. Either of those signs that's a manipulator, they get emotional satisfaction, Gemini, out of being able to affect your emotions. And that's a side note. That's for some of you, obviously, in the chat, because it's here. And that's specifically if you're dealing with a Leo or a water sign, or they have that in their chart. Don't give them that satisfaction this week. Okay, stay in your positive energy. Do not give this person the satisfaction of knowing that they can interrupt your happiness, is what I'm saying to you. Okay? A couple different messages there. Cancer. Cancer. Really? Cancer overall energy, sorry, is Taurus and Virgo. This talks about some of you might be dealing with a Taurus and Virgo this upcoming week, or have Taurus Virgo in your chart. And your monthly reading will be up today as well. But this is a mixture of earth and water, so needing to maintain like the day-to-day, the stability in your life, while also getting a hold of your emotions. And your October reading, the overriding energy for that reading was finding a mood balance for some reason. Like tempering out your temperament was a huge message for Cancer in that reading. Check that reading out when we're done. And the Ace of Cups was in it as well. So I feel like this is all like practical, productive type of energy here to start the week. It's kind of like a sensuous energy as well, so I like that. But then with the Virgo energy here, I think that you're paying very close attention to, or should be, like your habits and your day-to-day, like the rituals that we have, our health as well. And Cancer, that's not the first time I've gotten health in reading, and I'm not a reader that does health readings, but refining that, but not getting too far into the negative where you're becoming like obsessive compulsive or a perfectionist, or the negative side of the Taurus energy, which is overindulgent. Okay, so it's like trying to find a balance between both energies during this week, or like the day-to-day this week, and then needing to somehow insert love there. So that's that tug of war I felt earlier before I even got that card out. I would say, if you're specifically dealing with a Taurus or Virgo this week, there's an opportunity to have love there for sure. Express love, or something to deal with that. And then as I say that, there's challenges. So I feel like for a lot of you, what this means to me is that some of you are throwing yourselves into other parts of your life because there might be challenges going on within the home life or within your love life. And it's like a good way to stay grounded this week, Cancer, is to focus on that of which you have control over. And what you have control over is how you react. If you allow someone to disturb you emotionally or not. Also, you have the ability to place your attention elsewhere, and I think a lot of you are doing that by placing it on your own health habits or daily habits, or like putting yourself into work or your hobbies or things like that, to help like calm things, right? What's the challenges? Yes, it is selenite. I don't want to get that many cards. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to know what the challenges were. Queen of Cups, the Star, Ace of Wands. I feel like on a general level, the challenge is healing emotional issues within yourself, I feel, or within a relationship. Particularly if you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Aquarius. I feel like you might be dealing with someone, Cancer, that is emotionally trying to you, or like emotionally challenging or draining to you. And it's like constantly a challenge to get this person to either cooperate or like come out of their funk, or everybody has someone like this in your life, whether this is work, family, love, etc. Like that type of person that when you're around them, you're just like, holy cow, Debbie Downer, like, come on, You know, some of you might be this person. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this person has that energy where it's like they can suck the life out of any room. You know what I'm saying? And it's challenging because it's taxing on the people that they dump that on or drain their swamp on, is what they call it in the motivational interviewing world. Um, so I feel like you might have a lot of love for this person or be tied to them because maybe they're family or something. But at the same time, I feel this week they're really going to push that button, or they have the ability to do that, or like it's a challenge emotionally with this person for whatever reason. But I do feel with the Star card here and then followed by the Ace of Wands that there will be a healing type of vibe here, whether that's healing that with this person or healing self and then getting another opportunity here. It's like I feel that someone's energy is like, how can I deal with this in a different way? And I think a lot of you, it's getting out of the habits that you have surrounding this person, whether it's like you always react in this certain way, or you always, whatever, they always get this reaction out of you. Then it's time to look at that habit that you've created or that habitual pattern and change it, heal it, etc. Some of you, you know, it's you might be challenging yourself to get emotionally right, you know. And the way that you're doing that, the way you're healing that, is to put yourself into more healthy habits, routines around healthier people, and then you'll get a renewed sense of energy towards the end of the week, which is really, really nice. Could be dealing with, like I said, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo this week. Okie dokie. Leo. Somebody's trying to be mean to me in the chat, but it's actually really funny. And actually, you know, I've seen this person in here before, and I've kicked him out before. So he must really, really like me, which is sweet. Like, it's one thing to dislike somebody, but when you dislike them and then you keep coming back to their page, that's called love, baby. You in love. That's so funny. Don't kick him out. Let him stay. I want to hear what else he has to say. That's so funny. They just love that reaction, don't they? You just love me so much. Thank you for your support. Oh, you already kicked him out? Oh, dang. Don't worry. He'll come back as soon as he's able, because we've kicked him out of the chat before. And he has a very interesting username, so I actually knew somebody that had that name. But to answer your question, I was the only whale on the beach. Nobody takes that title from me, Garrett. Anyways. Leo. Back to you. Leo, you have Gemini energy here. Your chart could be dealing with a Gemini, or it's just the energy around you. It's a very communicative energy, Leo. Very social butterfly type of energy. You might be in situations or be put into situations this week where you have to be social or more social than you want to be. And or you might be the one you know, seeking that out this week. So interesting type of vibe there. It's also about be careful not to get too anxious, Leo. So if you're not used to feeling like a Gemini type of energy, it could really be disturbing to you. Like you might feel very anxious, fidgety, like lots of racing thoughts, things like that, for whatever reason this week. So that's kind of on the more negative side. On the positive side, it's about having communication, new communication for some of you, gaining a new perspective, being vocal about what it is that you want and what you need. And yeah, like I said, expanding some of you, your network or your social circle. I think this is coming after a period of quiet or healing, not speaking, maybe taking a time out. Some of you might have had, yeah, like taking a time out, you know, to rest. And then I feel you're coming into this week feeling more energetic, feeling more communicative. Page of Cups, that was that new connection I felt. So some of you might be making a new connection this week. It talks about friendship. For others of you, it's just like feeling this renewed sense of energy, you know? Leo. I have a Garth Brooks song in my head right now. I mean, I love all music, but I don't listen to Garth Brooks. It's I Got Friends in Low Places. Do you know what song I'm talking about? I got friends in low places. It drowns in the beer. Chases my blues. I can't even sing it. Yes, that song. Go look that song up. If you don't know that song, you must live under a rock. I Got Friends in Low Places. Some of you, you know, that's what it is. I got the Page of Cups out again. Some of you might keep quiet about like your friend circle, or like you got your eye out, but it's through your friends or something like that. Yeah, that's an interesting vibe. And I wanted to get more clarity, and all I got was the Page of Cups out against the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's just like this new energy here. It's a bit like, be careful, like, it can be very childish type of vibe here too, Leo. And that could be good or bad. That could be like connecting with your inner child, which I think is a good thing, or that could be being childish, which is negative. Of course, you have control over that. And then I guess like in the way you interact with people, if you do have friends in low places, might be best time to cut that connection off. So, you know, this is a weird message here. And then the Hierophant, Leo. So that's that needing to take the higher road that I was talking about. I think a lot of you, some of you might have new beginnings in relationships after a period of maybe healing the situation or where there was hurt. Some of you are going to have a new connection come through that has relationship potential if this is love. And then others of you where this is not love related at all, it's just like this renewed sense of, some of you are going to get a second chance to make things right. And I don't usually get that message from this combination, but I feel that new opportunity, but it's not really a new opportunity. It's like another opportunity. Does that make sense? Like a second chance. Some of you might be giving a second chance. Someone might be giving you one. That could be also within career, life, family, you know, having a new beginning, but it's like a new beginning in something you're already good at or something you've already conquered, but it's like a new cycle within it, like a new chapter type of thing. Okay. That's a hard one to sing. Garth Brooks is a really low voice. Let's try it. Who knows this song? Leo, you could be dealing with air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases. Oh, Garrett's back. So thanks for letting Garrett back. I feel like how can I ask you this question, Garrett, and maybe to Stacy if you're still hanging around even though you got the boot. Can I ask this question? What have I done to you personally to make you dislike me so much? You don't even know who I am. Unless you do know me personally, and if so, let me know how we know each other and what I've done to make you to be so angry, and maybe I can help resolve the situation. As opposed to like just coming on to a random YouTube channel and spitting out hate, which you're gonna get back, you know, karma. Whatever you give, you get. Did I block you at some point and now you're upset about that? Like, I don't get it. Virgo. Virgo. I know exactly what song you're talking about, Susie. I'll Pray For You. That's a country song too, right? That song is so funny. How does it go? And I'll pray for you. I pray a pot falls down and hits you on your head. That's actually a really funny. Do you know? I don't know the lyrics to the song now. Oh. Is he gone now? I can't think of the words, Kathleen. Otherwise I would. I can't think of it. It's a mean song. Virgo, let's move on to you. Garrett, why don't you let me know what you're so angry about, and I'll pray for you. The thing is I don't feel any emotion towards you because I don't know who you are. So you're over there getting all stirred up and all sad and angry and crazy, messing up your energy, and I'm over here like not a clue. So, moving on, Virgo. You can block him completely when he comments again. All right, Virgo. So you have Venus here. Beautiful. I love that energy. That's to start out your week. Talks about beauty and harmony, romance, sensuality, magnetism, you know. I think that you might be very attractive, okay, to others this week, or pulling in things to you via law of attraction. And as I say that, yeah, via law of attraction. Wow, and then the Ten of Pentacles play crap, Virgo. So I feel like there's two very distinct messages here, Virgo. One, things have to change in order for things to, you know, start moving more in your favor. And I feel like with the transformation card here, followed by abundance, it's like some of you view change as like a negative thing. Or like you feel like in order for things to change, you have to lose or give up something. Yes, that's true. Sometimes we have to give up something to gain something. But it's necessary. It's a necessary part of life if you want to keep evolving and growing. And like, I think that a lot of people don't understand that because they fear it. They fear change. And so they end up not changing. So they end up going their whole lives in the same crappy situation, or the same, repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. And because they refuse to give up those habits or those people, even though those people are trash for them. And I feel like, I don't really know why that message is coming through, but it is. And the fact that if you are fearing change or have feared change in the past, then, you know, let go of that. Because when you let go of that, when you walk away from that, okay, when you leave situations, people's, places that don't serve you, you come into the abundance support type of vibe, which is new opportunities for someone, building up of support around you, that pulling in people that do want to support you. You know, so like if someone's walked away from you, or you've had to walk away from someone, or a situation, or a place, a workplace, yes, it's change, and yes, change is scary, but at the same time, it's moving all of this old energy out so that you can have this more harmonious energy come in. And you know, if, like I said, I like that for you. I think some of you are fearing an opportunity when you should be appreciating the opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the person in this depiction is also picking the flowers that they planted. So like this change has been already sown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already been planted, and now you're going to be afraid to reap what you've sown. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? So like, I feel like there's been time and energy put into this, and now it's here. It's time to change things. And you have a lot of support around you. You have Venus as the overall energy, which is love. It's actually very nice energy. There might be some changes in the workplace as well this week. I don't think it'll be a negative thing, though. I think it will be positive. But it's going to change. What may seem like a loss is not, is what the message is, right? All right. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, Pisces, Cancer. Libra. Oh wait, I just put the wrong cards in the wrong deck. No, I didn't. Okay. Libra. Did you look for me yesterday? I chose the red pill. That's an interesting username. I didn't go live yesterday. I know, that's why I'm going live today. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. So, since I do have something I want to say to my subscribers, but I'm going to wait to the end. So when we're done with the readings, if you would like to hear that, you can tune back in then. And if not, then don't tune back in. So let's go to Libra. Libra. Your overall energy is the North Node of Destiny. This card always reminds me of Aquarius energy as well. Some of you might be dealing with one or have Aquarius somewhere in your chart. For the rest of you, it's just this energy of our purpose, maturing, the process and the developments we go through as we go through life. It talks about your soul school, what you're here to learn, your soul group, your soul mates. It's like a destiny type of energy, a karmic energy. Okay, so anytime I get this card too, It's kind of similar to Aries reading. As I say Aries, I had the Emperor pop out. Where it's like, be careful, and then the Seven of Swords. So some of you are dealing with an Aries. Others of you, it's just a similar message, and the fact that whatever you put out, you're going to get back. So if you're not being kind with your words this week, you're going to have that retribution come back. If you're not being truthful, people are not going to be truthful with you. Things like that. So caution there. I feel like there's an opportunity to get some new ideas off of the ground. The Page of Wands, this is a creative energy. I feel that with the Emperor here too, it's not letting that new, like, vivacious want to like dive. I can't talk. I think that some of you want to dive headfirst into something, but there's a bit of naivety here. And I feel that the caution here, Libra, this week is to be more discerning and wise about the decisions you make, because you do not have all the information. The Seven of Swords is here. There might be some deceit surrounding the situation. If you're dealing with an Aries, there's definitely deceit. An Aries or an Aquarius, I can see that. Or somebody who embodies like the Emperor type energy. It's a very masculine energy. It's a very confident energy, but it's also a very egotistical energy. So for some of you, that's you. And then you need to watch that, because that's going to bite you in the butt, literally. Or you could be dealing with someone like this. And so, like, be careful who you place your trust in this week, right? That's the Seven of Swords. The Page of Wands, again, that's that leaping. Some of you might be dealing with someone that is puts on a very mature facade, but internally they are very childish and or like not to be taken seriously. So I do Libra. Some of you, it's you. Keep it real. If it's you, you know it's you. But I feel like this upcoming week, Libra, you know, don't start any new projects. Don't entertain a new person without getting to know the full story first, because there's definitely deception here. Someone might be secretly, you know, two-faced. Honestly, like, that's what I'm getting here, Libra. Like, it's two-faced, whether it's you or someone you're dealing with. But I feel like it's like they tell you one thing and they tell someone else something else. Or like they're like, yeah, I could definitely do it, when they know they're not going to do it. Or like it's like back and forth, you know. And it's best just to stay in your own lane. I guess that is the advice this week. Or you want to avoid that person, that situation, if you're able to. If not, then be the Emperor. Be wise in your choice of words with this person, because honestly, I feel like if you feel intuitively you cannot trust, I think your intuition's right. I don't think you can. Yeah, the Devil card. Yeah, this is definitely like a toxic type of behavior here. Toxic energy here. A lot of immaturity here. So I don't know how else to say it to you, Libra, but this week, I guess be on the lookout for that. I don't want you to be like, I don't want you to be paranoid about it. If this is resonating with you, you already know exactly who this person is. Okay. So I don't want you like walking around all paranoid about this, but I guess like good information to keep in the back of your pocket, right? For the upcoming week. Could be dealing with Capricorn, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius. That's the predominant zodiac signs I have, but can be any of the above. Scorpio. 184 in here. All right, what's up, y'all? If you're new to me, welcome. I'm going to take a break to take a drink, and then I'm going to move forward. I said I was going to get this done in less than an hour. Not going to happen. Wow, Shaylee, you're working hard today. Sorry. I know that was really boring. Mondays must bring a different crowd, or I've generally pissed some people off, clearly. I have blocked a lot of people lately, and that's what I'm going to get to at the end. So if you're interested in hearing a little story, I'm going to talk to you about somebody I recently had blocked. 2 people, actually. But thank you, Shaylee, for being such a great moderator. It doesn't bother me, though, what they say at all. But mostly because I don't even know who they are, so it's easy to not let that opinion bother me. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio, if you don't quit getting this card, it says the square. So that's that challenging energy. It talks about tension, stalls, sounding the alarm, pressure, frustration. Goodness gracious. Scorpio, I don't honestly remember what your October reading was about. Maybe it'll come to me as I read the cards. But it is done, and it will be up today. But I feel like you've been in this, like, frustrating energy for a couple readings now. And you get so close to breaking out of it, and then you end up right back in it. It's like the situation keeps changing like a Rubik's Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like, just when you think like you have it figured out, like it changes again, or something moves, or like it's like the forever unsolved freaking puzzle or something. I don't know. And I feel like this week you might be taking some time out from the situation, from the challenges. I feel like you're getting to the point where you're just like I'm going to like step away for a moment and isolate a little bit, go hide in your cave a little bit, you know. And the Scorpio reading I did that'll be up today, there was a period where you were going to isolate in October to reconnect with self, but also to take time out for yourself. For a lot of you, your birthday season's coming up, Scorpio season's coming up. And so some of you were doing like reflections on, I guess, your life, you know, your life path. Yeah, so I feel the frustration is like signified also by the World card. So I feel like it's like, why do I keep coming back to this situation? Or like, why do I keep getting hit with the same challenges? Or like every time you make a forward movement, it's like you go backwards, or like there was something you missed or something you didn't see, or like that's what I'm feeling this upcoming week. And I feel that if you just take a time out, take a breather, excuse yourself from the situation, then you'll be more successful in overcoming this, whatever this is. I think that it's also somewhat connected to your subconscious mind. So I talked about that like in Gemini's reading a little bit ago about unconscious manifestation and how dangerous that is. When we manifest and we're not even conscious that we're doing it, then we're more than likely, you're likely to manifest things you don't want, right? So becoming more, and as I say that, the magician, becoming more conscious of the subconscious. So how do you do that? You get in tune with your spiritual self. You recognize that you're not your ego, you're your soul. You know, you don't get overly attached to titles, whatever title you've given yourself, whether that, I know like a lot of Scorpios love to give themselves the title of the bad guy or the bad girl. You know, like, I think like Scorpio is a very interesting sign in that they are born into this world very, very intuitive, very emotional, very naturally deep. And then because of that, they get burned several times in their life. And I've noticed that there's two very different types of Scorpios that I've come in contact with. The ones that grow from it and become better, and then the ones who get bitter and then they start enjoying being the bad guy, bad girl. Like, so I've met Scorpios that have taken those pain, those life lessons, and like they're some of the most kindest, like empathetic, wonderful people that I've ever met. I worked with a nurse that was a Scorpio, and she was just like, I mean, she was like, I looked up to her. I worked with a physician that was a reconstructive physician, and he was like totally in tune, high vibrating Scorpio. Like, I admired that dude, and he was kind of attractive too. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm off the market, but you know, hey, that he was a physician I worked with, very high vibrating. Now, on the other side of that, I've had Scorpios in my life that love to be the a-hole. You know, they love it. They love to be super sarcastic. They love to cut people's heads off with their words. They know they're manipulative and they love it. Like, they love it because they feel like that's who I am. You know, that's what I'm good at. I'm good at being this way. I'm good at being this way. And that's really what it is it became a coping mechanism because they got tired of being hurt. So you see, like, there's two very different ways that you can go with the Scorpio. And why do I say all this? One, go check out your October reading because it came up there. Two, you can change that title at any time that you want. That's just ego. That's just the mask we wear. Nobody is truly bad or good or, you know, this or that. We're all spiritual stuff. You know, underneath that, you're a soul, and your soul doesn't care about that title at all. You know, and I feel like some of you have let that title become you, or you've convinced your brain of that, and so you keep bringing in circumstances that validate that that's who you are now. You know what I'm saying? Like, either this is making complete sense or it's making no sense. If it's not making sense, then this message might not be for you. But you get a choice every day that you wake up. What title will you give yourself today? Are you going to be the angry, bitter person, or are you going to be the rise above person? And you have that choice every single day. And so I guess like this week is like some of you are doing like a reflecting on that very thing this week and overcoming that challenge by approaching it differently. Person, that behavior that brings that out in you, and becoming more confident in who you are, and then manifesting. The great news is, Scorpio, you're going into the magician energy. Now, if you've done what I've just told you to do, where you're like purging, getting in tune with who you really are, not the titles you were given, whether you gave them to yourself or other people did. When you get really in tune, then when you manifest success. Literally. Okay, so having all the tools necessary to do that. Having the confidence to do it too, but I feel like it's only after a period of time where you kind of take on self All right. On a more mundane level, some of you might have some challenges this week with either a Virgo or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I feel like you've been in this situation enough that if you approach it differently this week, then you will manifest a different outcome. Does that make sense? A better outcome. That's what I have. That was like a tangent. Yeah, Aries, Leo, Sag, here, Virgo. I didn't hear a song. I can't force a song if I don't hear one. Although I did have a song come up in your October reading. Go check that out. So. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Whoa, okay. The sun. I like it. Leo energy here. Hold on. Ugh. My back is killing me. Sorry, I just have to take like a stretch. This chair is so comfortable. That's a big chair. Okay, I'm done with my 5-second break. Sagittarius, the sun is here as your overall energy. Could be dealing with a Leo this week, or it talks about your heart chakra, and so being self-aware of that. Some of you might be looking for some solitude this week, and actually finding happiness and being a little bit like less social than maybe you typically are. I think that you're really interested, Sagittarius, in tapping into like your self-sufficient type of energy. I think you want to be self-sufficient, and that's where a lot of your energy has been going in the past few readings. It's a masculine energy as well. So whether you're male or female, I feel like you'll be taking more of a directive approach, like as opposed to like passive aggressive, which I don't think you're a passive aggressive sign, but we all can be. I think that you'll be very direct in your energy this week, Sagittarius. So the Magician here, some of you are on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius, and if so, watch that reading, or if you have Scorpio in your chart or dealing with one, because they had the Magician too. I feel like you want to maintain the sense of control this week. It's like you want to make things happen, but at the same time, you don't want to lose control over the situation or let others see that maybe you're not in control of a situation. And quite literally, Sagittarius, that's blocking your energy. So I feel like that desire to want to always be in control and or have others have others think that you are always in control kind of stagnates the energy a little bit. I have no idea why that is, but I'll see. Then ending on the Hierophant. There's a lot of fixed energy here, and you're not a fixed sign. Could be dealing with any of the fixed signs, though. Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. Oh, man. My card. Whew. So, 3 of Wands here. Okay, so Sagittarius, this message came up in, I think, the last weekly reading I did for you. There's a sense of like waiting here, holding on, waiting for your ships to come in, trying to stay positive about it, trying to maybe even like change or manipulate the situation, and I don't mean like manipulate in a bad way. I mean like You're like, well, maybe if I try this, maybe if I try that, it'll be different. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I behave this way, it'll be different. And like, no matter what angle you come at it, it's not different. And I think like it's now making you stuck and you're waiting. But the message here is that you shouldn't ever put yourself into a waiting energy, because there's nothing to wait for. The future is an illusion. It doesn't even exist. The only thing that exists is the present moment. And so when you're in the present moment, being aware of that and finding the blessing in that will pull in the future energy. Does that make sense? That might be like a concept that you need to read about or look up, because it keeps coming up in your reading. It's like you get ahead of yourself and then you get like a brake check and then you get ahead of yourself again, you know? And I think that for some of you, there might be limitations on finances for a few of you. For others of you, it is a relationship that you're waiting on or that's blocking you. Yeah, so it's tug of war here. So be careful not to get into any conflicts this week. It's possible, especially if this is dealing with like a love partner. I feel like it's not going to be the result you want, because both think they're right in this situation. So if you get into an altercation, argument, whatever this week, I don't think that this person's going to be able to see it from your point of view, but at the same time, you're not seeing it from their point of view either. So, you know, it's just this tug of war type of vibe here, and it's keeping you stuck. So be cautious of that. That could be anyone in your life. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but for some of you, it is a romantic partner. For the rest of you, I feel that in order to manifest what you want, particularly in the career environment, let go of the need to control every aspect of it, or let go of the need that the timing has to be this, and then this has to happen, and then this has to happen. You know, like release those expectations. There are higher things at work here. I think solitude would do you some good this week. I think some rest and restoration will do you some good as well. And then, yeah, bottom of the deck, there's that walking away. And then change comes. For some of you, you need to literally walk away from, like I said, a fixed sign: Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. So, yeah, could be dealing with any of those signs that I just listed off. Small possibility of Aries, Sag, or Gemini, Libra as well. Okie dokie. Capricorn. I said I was going to be done in an hour. I'm close though, right? Capricorn. Seventh house of relating. So thank goodness I got kind of a new, I'm gonna get like the same message for Capricorn over and over and over again. This is a card you've not had before, so I like that, because you need some newness. All right. This card talks about how we relate to others, our partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, you name it. It's about seeking balance or getting some sort of justice in those situations, or needing to get that. And I just heard justify. I have no idea why. I'll see what that's about. Yeah. So, juggling is the card that's out, also known as the Two of Pentacles. The Magician here. Sorry, I don't mean to keep changing my positions, but my back is killing me right now. And then Queen of Cups. Sensitivity. So I feel like, yeah, I think that some of you are really going to hate me. So there's two different ways I can read this. I feel that if there's been juggling going on, meaning like you have two partners, you're going back and forth between the both. This is a small group of you, not all of you. I think that there's a lot of emotional manipulation going on and a lot of justifying it, whether you're justifying it because you feel like, oh, that's my soulmate, so it's okay, so like I can bypass the laws of ethics. You're lying to yourself, you know. That's not how it works. Karma will balance the scales out regardless if you're soulmates or not. And like I said, this is a small group of you. I'm gonna get to the rest of you in a minute. And you know if you're in this group. If you're juggling two people, you know that, correct? But I feel that, watch that, okay? Yeah, because there would be regrets. There will be regrets here. And some losses in that situation. Because you can't keep two. You cannot keep two. It always has to reduce to the one, right? So I know like a lot of people get stuck in those situations and they don't maybe even mean to get stuck in those situations, but it's an unsustainable situation. You cannot keep two people in the wings. Karma, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will not allow that. So there will be justice in that situation, whether that's in your favor or not in your favor. I guess you'll know what side of karma you're on, right? So that's super specific. That's not all of you. Not all of you are doing that. Absolutely not. But if that was for you, you felt it, you knew it. For the rest of you, if there has been a sense of focusing on what you don't have versus what you have, and then kind of going back and forth there, I feel like the message here this week is that you have all of the tools necessary, or the people around you, or the person around you that wants to support you, that is here to bring some more balance into your life. And I feel like you're getting more emotionally in tune this week, Capricorn. I think you're softening up your energy quite a bit. If you've been feeling down in the dumps, I see you coming out of that. The Magician also talks about manifestation. Some of you might manifest a new partner. As I say that, here's the Two of Cups. Others of you, you have a very strong soul connection. And I felt that whether you were in the juggling group or not the juggling group. But I guess just because you feel a strong connection with someone, that doesn't bypass the laws of karma. That's important for someone to hear. But yes, I do see like a soulmate type of connection here. For some of you, it's platonic. For some of you, it's intimate. But I feel like this person is wanting to be your companion and help you. It's a lot of helpful vibe. Like they have the tools necessary that you need in this moment. And I think it helps put you in a better emotional space than you had been. Just knowing that you have that support. Yeah, the Strength card. Getting back your strength. Some of you have been secretly battling depression. Okay, and maybe I feel like the guidance is to communicate that with someone that is in your soul tribe, okay, friend, family, intimate partner for some of you. And that you have the support here and the strength to overcome that, okay? And I feel like that energy will lift this week. If it's not you, you might be dealing with someone like that. You might be their helpful person, okay? You could be dealing with a Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra. Now it's Capricorn. Aquarius. 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 Neptune. So that's really interesting that one came out. So Neptune is talking about dreams, the subconscious mind, ideas, meditations, visions, spirituality. It reminds me a lot of the moon card, which is kind of like a Pisces energy. Some of you are on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces or have it in your chart. It's a very compassionate, like empathetic type of vibe, but on the negative side, you can get like too caught up in like fantasies or like escapism. And so like, I feel that Aquarius gets this reputation for being like this very logical, emotionally detached sign, but I think that Aquariuses are easy to get caught up in fantasies sometimes because their brain is so active all the time. You know, like their brain is powerful, and the fact that they can easily manifest, but they can also easily get in like their own way with it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I caution there. I didn't mean to get all these stinking cards out, but they're here. So, and I feel like they came out like this. So there might be some like the higher road, whatever this is, you know, but I think that times like you're not even certain like what is the truth and what is not the truth, because yeah, that's that energy I told you about, like being able to discern like intuition from fantasy, and maybe not being able to do that at the beginning of the week because the Neptune energy is so strong. But I feel like what you're going to do, Aquarius, is still try and maintain control over self, over the situation, see the greater good, you know, try to make the decisions that are in alignment with your spiritual beliefs, with your ethical beliefs. So, in a sense, like it doesn't even matter if you don't know a person's intentions or you don't know like the truth behind something. If you know who you are and you know what you will and will not do, you don't need to know their intentions because it doesn't matter. Does that make sense? It matters what you do. It matters how you decide to behave in the situation. And so I feel like there might be a situation that comes up this week in particular where you're like, I don't really know if you're BSing me or not, but it doesn't really matter because I wish you the best and like I'm out of here. You know? Now, the good news is you have the Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles here. So I do feel like you have someone in your mix this week that is like a soulmate type of energy, you know, that does wish you well, has good intentions. You have a good intended person here. So this is how I feel. I feel, Aquarius, if you can't feel out someone's intentions, well, how you're going to behave towards them this week is not at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? You won't give it any attention. It's like, well, if you cannot be truthful with me or honest with me, then focus elsewhere. You know, my focus is elsewhere. Vice versa. You have someone here that's clearly showing you that they want to invest. you know, wanting to plant the seeds. And I feel like that's where your attention will go, or should go, I should say, right? You have free will here. But I feel like the question to ask yourself at the end of the day is like, is this person going to help to grow me? Is this career? Because some of you, it's not a person, it's a career or a family matter. You know, like, so is this person going to push me closer to my highest good or further away from that? And making wise decisions here. I don't think you're going to be a jerk about it. You have Neptune here, and Neptune's all about compassion. So I don't think that you're going to, you know, be cruel about it. I just think you won't participate in it. Does that make sense? This is kind of similar to your last reading. Yeah. And I feel like you will communicate too. So if somebody that you haven't been talking to is trying to get your attention, whether that's direct communication or not, you'll give them the communication. And it won't be mean, and it won't be cutting. It will be truthful. Okay? That's for some of you. For others of you, it's like this or that. That's what you have a choice of, whether this is a person or career. There's something here that's like, you don't know the whole truth about it. There's some uncertainty about it. On the surface, it looks really good, or this person looks really tempting, okay? But underneath of that, there's a lot of unknowns. Vice versa, here, there's a potential to plant a seed here, or have another opportunity, and this one's more in alignment with your soul path here. But you have the decision, right? So tap into your subconscious this week. If you've been uncertain about anything, you're going to communicate this week. Like, you'll ask the questions. I don't feel you're quiet this week. Which, as an air sign, not typically strong suit, being quiet. But I know for a fact I can go and hide under a rock easily. And I'm an Aquarius. So, like, I have one extreme or the other. Either I'm going to tell you everything I feel plus more, or I'm going to tell you nothing. And so I feel like some of you are choosing to tell someone everything, and at the same time, you're choosing to tell someone else nothing. So energy here is Taurus, could be a Taurus, another air sign, water, fire, all right, Pisces, Pisces. I wonder if you can hear my kids in the background. I can't help it. Mom life. Okay. All right. So Pisces, you have Pluto here. The card of transformation. Pluto can be a bit of an erratic energy. Okay. It's a busy energy. A little bit unpredictable. Okay. You might have a lot of unpredictable things happen this week, or just busy. You know what I'm saying? But Pluto also like clears the way for new. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever this chaos is, it's just that cycle is going to be coming to a close here, and out of that will be a rebirth. All right. This is about also following your basic instinct, you know, following that gut feeling. It talks about too, like, coming into your personal power, getting more ahead or in control of situations. Okay. The caution with this is don't let it get too extreme. Pluto can force us into like wanting to like respond or snap back or whatever, that type of energy. And so don't let that, I guess, like, that's that message about like maintaining your personal power by maintaining control over your reactions to whatever's coming towards your way this week. So I do feel with the Three of Swords here, there's some reflecting on things that have hurt you. I feel in the past, For some of you, this just represents heartache. For others of you, it's like a third party situation type thing going on here. But I feel it's in the past because you're reflecting on it, okay, with the Hermit energy here. And I feel that the message, Pisces, is to take that. This is kind of similar to what I felt for Scorpio. So if you are dealing with a Scorpio, or you have Scorpio in your chart, go rewind, listen to Scorpio's reading. Because what it was about was like taking the things that have hurt us and using those to become better and more spiritually grown, to use that information to reflect upon that, but not let it destroy us, let it transform us. And so I feel that Pisces, that's kind of a similar energy. I think you have another opportunity here. Page of Pentacles over the Three of Swords. It's like out of this chaos came another opportunity, or is coming another opportunity this week. Some of you have been suspicioning. Like you have suspicions about someone's true intentions here. And I feel like yeah, the Tower is here. Okay. So you have the Tower card and Pluto. Whatever you were suspicioning, I feel that, I don't know how to put this. I think that you suspicion the worst, or fearing the worst, but actually I think there's another opportunity here. I think you're seeing it in the wrong way. I don't know how to put this. I'm having a hard time putting this. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. There's new opportunities, new energy coming through. But I think because things are so internally chaotic, that it may be difficult for you to see that at the beginning of the week. I think come towards the end of the week, you might isolate a little bit, and then I feel you'll get more control over the situation. The beginning of the week is kind of like a bit of a naive energy, so watch that, because somebody might betray that trust. And I think that you are kind of fearing that anyways. I think that's where that fearing, suspicion energy I felt earlier, I feel like they may surprise you, but it's not, it's almost like not even a surprise, because it's like, felt that coming, you know, or knew that, or like there's an unstable energy here. Who else got Pluto, the sign of Pluto? Taurus did. Yeah, you might get some unexpected communication this week, Pisces. That makes you feel more in control. So I feel like it is good communication. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, I felt like you were fearing the worst, and then you end up getting communication, and you're like, okay, that's better than I thought, or okay, that's not what I thought, you know. Like you might have a disappointment in one arena of your life, and then like the very next day, you get information that would have been disastrous, or, you know, thankfully, like you not getting the opportunity actually avoids some sort of Tower moment. Please come back and tell me how this works out for you. This is really interesting. That's one group of you. For another group of you, if you have been feeling heartache, if you've had a heartache here, some of you might impulsively decide to communicate when you shouldn't communicate, meaning like you might be feeling a little unstable or uncertain, and like you may communicate, send a message or something, and then to whoever this person is that you thinking about communicating with, or some of you already have, they're thinking about it. I mean, they're looking at it. They got the message, but I don't feel that they either feel the same way, or they're not going to respond. And that makes you feel more turmoil. And so like that's a caution for those of you that have had a heartache. That's the second group of you. is that the best advice is to heal from that and move forward. And I think that somebody here wants to express that hurt, but actually in doing so, it doesn't, like, this person cannot see it from your side. They don't see your perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't feel like it would be reciprocated. It can be vice versa. You might be doing that to someone else, but that's like for somebody, a few of you. I think the best way to heal here is to let it go, but I don't see you doing that, not yet. Not even underneath the deck. I see you holding on, feeling it, wanting to revenge, get back. That's a nasty energy, whether that's you or the person you're dealing with. It's very tug of war type of energy. I feel like that might come to a head this week with Pluto here. Okay, so could be dealing with a Scorpio, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So, Pisces. Oh, that was an intense one. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to have, if you want to stick around, I want to talk to you guys about being a YouTuber and some of the things I've noticed real quick. Because it's bothering me, like really bothering me. So, the reading is done, but if you want to continue to chat, stick with me. I'm just going to move my stuff out of the way. So, there's a few things that I want to talk about. One, I know that all of you have access to me. I give you access to me for free on YouTube. And so you feel a connection with me. And I appreciate that. I love all the support. Now, but there's a few people that took it too far. And I'll give you two examples. And they're probably watching this because I know that they do. Because this is how I found out. If I have never spoken to you in real life, never spoken to you, not on my personal pages, you know, never commented back, or maybe I did, like, say thank you via a Facebook message once or twice, or entertained it for a moment. We don't know each other on that level. And so I have a couple people that follow me that took they took me not responding or blocking them as like super personal, as if I have personal feelings for them. I don't know you. I don't know you. You have to keep in mind that I have people message me and email me all the time. As a courtesy, I will message back because I'm not a jerk. And I do like to connect with people. So if you seem cool, or I've done private readings with you, or you're my moderators, I love my moderators, I talk to them all the time, that's different. But like, I had one situation in particular, and I know he's watching it, I don't care, that he contacted me via my Instagram, and I am an intuitive tarot reader, so I can tell when someone has good intentions and when they don't. And I'm not saying he's a bad person, but I could tell that he was interested in me. Okay, like interested in me. Went and told me his Zodiac sign, and, you know, tried to spark conversations with me and stuff. And like at first I was really nice, and I conversated back, you know, like, thank you for your support and blah, blah, blah. And it finally got to the point where I literally said, like, hey, I am in a relationship, you know? So, like, not interested. And, you know, to his respect, he backed off a little bit. Okay, then there was silence for a few months. And then a few months go by, and I get another private message, which, first of all, private messages annoy me. If you can't say it to the public, don't be coming into my private messages. Okay, because really there's nothing you need to private message me. We don't know each other like that. And I could tell he's still like trying to get him in, or like have a conversation. And then it got to the point where it was like, hey, can you pull a few cards for me today and see what's going on in my relationship? What? Are you I I do not want to cross Earth wondering about a perfect stranger that I have never met, and that I have the time out of my day just to be like, yes, random person, let me pull a card for you for free via private message, via Instagram. Forget the wait list I have of people that have paid and are waiting. Let me get to you, you one random freaking stranger. Oh my gosh. So I was still polite about it. I was still polite. And I don't even remember what I said. I think I just didn't answer back. And then I vented about that situation in a live reading. I didn't say the person's name. He obviously watched the live reading because I got an angry message afterwards. And I didn't like really say anything bad, just that I don't appreciate people trying to take advantage of private messaging me on my social media. And I didn't really hear anything. So like 2 weeks ago, I wake up to one of my Instagram pictures and there's like a paragraph long comment from this person. And they're pissed that I blocked them on YouTube, talked about them, which I never said their name. I would never give you that much clout. And like was very self-righteous about it. Like, you need to think about how you treated me and blah, blah, blah. As if I know this person. I don't know you. Stop messaging me. And then he ended it with, you're probably just going to delete this comment and block me. You damn right I am. Delete, block. I don't care. Get off of my social media. If I blocked you on YouTube, don't find me on Pinterest and message me on Pinterest. Don't find me on Instagram and give me your sob story. Don't find me on Facebook and message me there. Because the truth is, like, you need to move on. It wasn't personal. It wasn't personal. And I deleted and blocked you, not because I'm upset that you were upset with me, but because I don't have time to go back and forth with a stranger. I'm sorry you think you're that important. I still don't know your last name even. I have no emotional connection to you. No, I don't care. Like, you may feel like you know me because you watch me, but I don't know you, random guy. Okay, so it bothered me how emotionally angry this person was at me, because I'm walking around like not even knowing or caring, you know, because you don't exist in my world. So like, it bothered me that someone's walking around with all this angst towards me and I'm not even thinking about you. Like, and I'm sure that they're pissed off that I blocked them on my Instagram, but the thing is I don't have time for that. And I'm not even trying to like argue with you or be like, no, you got it all wrong, it's this way. No, because I don't know you. So I'm not going to do that for you. Like, it's just like, your drama, bye. And some of you may think I'm mean for doing that, but I have to set boundaries, y'all. Because I have people that watch me that really, really take it personal. Like they really think like I'd sit around and think about, oh, I blocked so-and-so. I wonder if they're mad at me. No, I have a lot of people blocked on this page because it's my own YouTube and I don't tolerate negativity. But I never wish ill on anybody I block, never. But I don't know you, you know, I just... You're like, I don't know you well enough to even wish you ill. I just block and move on with my life. And it bothered me. That situation bothered me. I've had one other situation where someone took it too far and like they took it really, really personal that they got blocked. Don't be taking that personal, okay? Because it's not like that. It's not like that. I'm not like sitting around waiting for, you know, wanting to get revenge on you or anything. It's just like, I have a lot of people that come into the chat. If you said something stupid in the chat, you got deleted. Sorry. Maybe you didn't even mean it that way. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Let me say that 5 more times. It's not personal. It's not personal. So... It is weird, right? Little Miss Tan Pants. I don't know how to say your name, but you always give me the funniest comments. So sweet. Yeah, it's not personal, y'all. On the flip side of that, I have people in my real life, my personal life, that think that every single YouTube video I post about their zodiac sign is a personal message from me to them. Guess what? Ain't about you either. I don't do personal messages via readings. I don't want that kind of karma, for one. For two, that would, like, no. So for the people that do know me in my personal life, when I'm doing a reading for the mass public, it's not directed at you, you know? I mean, if it resonates with you, then that doesn't mean that that message wasn't for you, but I'm not saying it just to you. You know what I'm saying? So I get that a lot too. Like, yeah, it's called a guilty conscience, where I've literally had people I know in my real life be like, so like, do you think about me when you do the Cancer reading? And I'm like, no. I don't think about you at all. I think about the collective. And no, I don't try to piece it together later to see if that was what was going on with you. I don't, like, stop it. Stop giving yourself that much importance in other people's lives. You know, it's like, don't be one of those people that's paranoid that people are always talking about you. I hate to break it to you, but you're not that important. Nobody is, because we're all just trying to focus and get through our day. I don't know many people that sit around and worry what someone else is doing. If they do, that's a problem in and of itself. But like, I don't sit around and wonder, like, I wonder what so-and-so thinks of me, or I wonder what this person is doing, or blah, 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 blah. I don't give myself that much importance, because I'm aware of the fact that people have their own lives and they're not focused on me, and they shouldn't be. I should be focused on me, you know? I feel like that's coming off really harsh, and I'm not meaning it to, but it creeps me out when people do that. And also, if you're one of the people who randomly Facebook messages me with fake profiles to tell me how nice my body is, or to see if we can start a relationship, I'm not looking on social media to start a relationship. This is not a dating app. Okay, I am married. Do not contact me because you think I am your twin flame soulmate. I am not. I promise you I am not. And if I was interested, I'd have messaged you first. I'm an Aquarius. I'm very outspoken. But yeah, I mean that with the most respect. Anyways, that was my rant. I had to go on it because that situation just threw me through a loop. And I was like, wow, that's nuts. So, am I your twin flame soulmate? Well, you know. I wish you guys the best. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting. If you're one of those people that I have blocked and you're still watching me, I wish you well. Stop taking it personal. None of my videos are about you either. And if they are, I'm calling you out. Like the dude that this is about, he knows exactly this is about him. And FYI, he was a Scorpio. So that's been my experience, like with most Scorpio men. They just get mad. They hate rejection. They're like the worst. I don't mean offense to you Scorpio men out there, but come on. You can't be that angry every time somebody says no thanks. Like, for real. Anyways, I'll leave it there. I wish you guys well. Today is also my 13th anniversary, and so I'm going to go make dinner with my husband and enjoy him. And if you commented or liked the picture that I posted of us, thank you so much. That meant a lot. But till next time, namaste. Bye.